Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T here. We give you picks every day here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, which really helps us build up our audience when you hit that like button. And also subscribe, of course, to set those notifications and be notified when we're live here with you on the show. And today on our Tony Picks Morning Show, we'll have picks from, 13-game card here from the NFL. We'll also get picks from that 7-game card from NBA, also touching on college hoops, NHL. End of the show, we get to the Parlay segment. We may even sometimes we throw in some player and team props. We never know these things. You can check us out here on the 26 Morning Show. We'll find out. Let's say hello. We'll say hello to the cappers and get right to the picks. We don't mess around here on the 26 Morning Show. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. Yeah, I went 5-5 yesterday. Would have been a winning day except for the useless field goal by the Broncos there against the Jags. Southern Alabama, they got the win, but they only did not get the cover because of the late field goal. As always, the analysts say, I'm like, oh, no, here we go. Here comes the useless field goal to get the backdoor cover there. Congrats to the people that were on the Broncos. I was in the Jags. They had a nice 10-point lead and just didn't get the job done. It happens. That field goal and then try the onside kick. No onside kick. Jags win by 7. That was some good action yesterday. Also had the Zags right there in the right down to the wire. And they lost by 4. And then good old Illinois right there, and they gave up that last-second layup. But at least it wasn't a foul. It was a good, solid layup. What a game that was! Holy back and forth, lead changes. College hoops was awesome yesterday. Can't complain. So on to the NFL today. Big day.
Yeah. Big games delivered. That Gonzaga UConn game delivered. There was some good action here on the hoop side. NBA Cup there. Some drama in the first one, but the Thunder just looked to be outclassing the Rockets there, Bo, where the Rockets, defense and rebound only gets you so far. It doesn't get you the elite status in the league unless you could shoot.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree with that. You got to be able to put the ball in the hoop. So we got a good game. I had the Milwaukee Bucks, man. I'm glad they put off a little bit late. As far as college basketball, I think I split the board, but it's a lot of games on the slate, guys. Looks like some money to be made. Let's get to the cash.
Let's get to the cash. All right, let's get to it here, guys. Well, when we're not much of a, I've said this for years since I've been on the show. I've never been much of a recap guy. You guys see the games, you see the highlights. We don't need to rehash a lot of that stuff anyway, right? Let's get to the games. All right, here we go. Tonight, today, the afternoon football. Let's cover three at a time here in the NFL. Big card today. No teams on buys. 13 games on the card here for Sunday. 2 tomorrow, but we're going to cover the games today. So let's roll here. We'll start here with Commanders and Saints. The Commanders 7.5, total 44. Quarterback change there. Looks like Hayner in there, the rookie for the Saints. We've got Dolphins and Texans. Texans still holding on to 2.5. Probably not for long. We're seeing some 3s at the market. Jets and Jags. Jets 3.5 now on the road. Total sits at 40.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, still looking at that. Looking at the Saints there. You know what? Sometimes putting a rookie in there might not be a bad thing. I was never a big fan of Carr, so him getting injured, hey, maybe this rookie can step up. We're saying a few rookies step up. 7.5 is a lot of points. So for me, and 44, they really think that the Saints aren't going to score any in that game. I like the over there in that one. And then I don't want to jump a time slot. How far did you go down?
There's 3 of them: Commanders, Saints, Dolphins, Texans, Jets, Jaguars.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I didn't want to jump on the Dallas one too early because I didn't think you had that one in there.
Rotation. Actually, these are in rotation order here in NFL.
They are, yeah. They actually are in rotation. So I'm gonna looking at the Jets taking on the Jaguars. I ain't betting no Jets game. No chance. Look at the Jets. It's the Jets 3.5. No thanks. I'll take the Jags. Plus 3.5 there in that one. We know what the Jets do. They get out to a lead and they stumble, bumble, and just find ways to lose football games. Maybe this is the one they get the job done. I ain't betting that they get the job done. I'll take the Jacksonville Jags plus the 3.5 there in that one.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Bo.
All right, man, we got the Houston Texans and Miami Dolphins. I'm going to look at the first half of this game where Houston been money all season, 11-2 ATS. Coming off the bye, I think they really needed that. Mixon is healthy. They get Nico back into that wide receiver core. And we know Miami coming off the overtime win. They don't play good in the first half. I think their record's like 3-8. The reason why Houston covered these spreads, they added about 14, a little bit over 14 points in the first half. But in the second half, it's totally opposite, man. They're 2-11 against the spread, only put about 9 points. So I'm going to take a little bit of money all season, man. Give me the Texans. I think you can get about half a point in that first half. And that's what I like in this slate. I don't want to mess with this Jets game. Who knows? Maybe they come here and blow the Jacksonville Jaguars out, open up about 40.5. Probably look at that under that game. I don't see Jacksonville scoring too many points. And as far as that Washington game going, like the over as well. If New Orleans going to cover that spread, they're going to put up some points. We know they can run. Still have Kamara in there. Think they have a heavy load today. Think 44 is just too low. So give me the over 44 in that game.
Yeah, from Bo, I'll tell you what I think about these games. I'm going to go over in the Jets and Jaguars. We see two bad pass defenses going head-to-head. I think we're going to be able to see. We've seen Rodgers get it together a little bit in his last game here, and Mac Jones should be able to complete a pass against open receivers. I think that's really what you got some really bad secondaries here in both of these teams. Commanders, Saints, yeah, I'm kind of going to take the dog in this one. I'm going to take New Orleans. Again, New Orleans does a good job of running the football. We know this Washington defense is not very good here on the road this year, giving up 27 points. But what got my attention here, 5.2 yards per rush. So Saints run, play action pass, can make some plays downfield because on the road, the Commanders giving up 75% completion rate. Man, that is just too high. That's too high. Give me the Saints in this one. The defense is actually holding up for the Saints. It's too bad they can't get offense together.
Yeah, how do they win so many games? How have they won as many games as they won this season? The Commanders. Like, it's mind-boggling.
Bad
defense, and they've just been able to outscore some teams. That's all it's been.
It's like a college mid-major. That's the way they've been scheduled facing teams at the right time, stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with this Houston Texans team. Get the 2.5 before you do. Dolphins have not been good on the road against these winning teams with a 600 to 750 win percentage, just 1-5 the spread here. And concern with me again with this Dolphins team has been the play of their defense. I mean, this is the concern for me here at the secondary. And Rod knows he sees a lot of Dolphin games. He doesn't. As you notice, you don't see that cap on today from Rod. That cap is not on today, so that is telling. Maybe it comes on at the end of the show. We never know. We don't know these things. But I'll look at the Texans in this spot. All right, we're going to say hello to Solo coming in just in time. Solo, as we're going to hit the first spot. This first block in NFL is Commanders, Saints, Dolphins, Texans, Jets, Jaguars. Solo, can't hear you. Solo.
My audio is a little bit. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, we can hear you. You got it.
Yeah.
We're at Commanders, Saints, Dolphins, Texans, Jets, Jaguars.
I'm going to lay it with the Commanders. I see the Saints on the backup quarterback. They're running with Hainer. I think points have a premium. This total possibly could go over, but I'm pretty sure the Commanders are going to get in there and roll them today. I don't think they have enough to stay with them. I thought that was a 4 o'clock game. We're working backwards. Okay.
No, I got early game. Yeah,
okay.
1 p.m., 1 Eastern.
Eastern.
Yeah, might have been. Sometimes they changed that. Yeah, might have been a change. Maybe change it back. Yeah, early game. Then Dolphins, Texans, Jets, Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay it with the Dolphins. Tua's back. It looks like they finally figured some things back on offense. This Houston Texans team for pretty much the majority of the season, they've just found a way to play with their food and keep these games a little closer than I would like. These injuries of receivers look like they powered up. I know Nico Collins is back, but I think the Dolphins finally get him in this one. I actually don't have a lean on the other game.
All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more shows. We continue here on this NFL rundown 13-game card. Next up will be Bengals-Titans. We see the Bengals here, 5.5 on the road, total 46.5. Ravens-Giants. Ravens big favorites here, 16.5. 17's popping up now. 17's in a lot of places, total 42.5. Chiefs and Browns. This could be your weather game. There was rain forecasted here, and we're seeing the total crash here. We got KC 4.5, total down to 41 and 40.5 popping up now on this game. We move on over to Rod.
Yeah, rain and wind. Lots of rain all game, and wind gusting up to the 17 miles per hour mark, gusting up to into the 20s. So yeah, going to be a windy, rainy day in Cleveland. Typical battles in Cleveland. I've seen plenty of rainy. We're lucky it's rainy and not snowy. Well, I think Cleveland would hope for the big pile of snow. I don't think Winston likes the rain too much because once it turned to snow, he looked real good. But other than that, I think I'm going to go with the Chiefs there in that one. It's just one of those spots. Cleveland looks like they've checked out 3-10. They're on to next season. Some guys trying to keep some jobs for next season is what they're looking at. But the Chiefs, it's one of those spots that can the Chiefs keep winning these games close and barely winning and or is it going to finally get one of these blowout games? I don't know. This seems like one of them spots that they come into Cleveland and whoop it up. I like the Chiefs there in that one and the under because I think it's low scoring. 17-10 looks like about the score there for me in that matchup. And then the other one we're looking at here in this time slot is Cincinnati coming into Tennessee. It's like, good old Levass, eh? And Cincinnati, they've picked up their play. I like the over 46.5. That Tennessee defense, sure, they've slowed some teams up, but I don't think they're going to be able to slow up this Bengals offense. I think they're starting to roll and go tick, tick, tick and put some points up. So Tennessee wants to keep up. They're going to have to put some points up themselves. I lean to Cincinnati, but I like the over 46.5 there in that one.
Yeah, from Ron, move on over to Bo.
Yeah, that Baltimore game, man, it's just all them points, guys. They got Pittsburgh on deck. I think they just get in here and get the win. No need to blow this Giants team out. We know they're not really playing for anything but the number one draft spot. But what I'm going to do in this game, I like the first half. I think Baltimore going to roll. I got it at 9.5. It probably bopped it to 10, but I think they'll be able to at least by 14 points come off the gas in the second half. So I'm going to take the Ravens in the first half minus 9.5. And as far as the other games go, I'm looking at the what was that game? What are the two games in the slate, guys?
Oh, the Chiefs Browns.
No,
Yeah,
Chiefs Browns and Bengals Titans.
Yeah, I think the Titans in a good spot to get this cover. Cincinnati coming off that crazy win against Dallas, man. They could have lost that game if it weren't for that guy touching the ball. Defense played pretty good against Cincinnati. I think it is a tough spot to go on the road on a short week. This line is really indicative of Cincinnati being a public favorite. I think it's also in our favor, guys. We know Vegas not built on losers. So I think Tennessee is going to get this cover in this game. I just don't trust this spot man for Cincinnati. So give me Titans in the game, plus 5.5. Those are two guys in the slate.
And there from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Bengals-Titans game, I agree with Bo. This is a fishy line. I do feel like they're kind of begging you to take the Bengals. But as Rod taught me a couple times this season, I had my money on the Titans and Levass took my money. I've learned my lesson. Never again. I'm down with the Bengals. I'm going to lay the points. The Ravens and the Giants game, I agree. I think the Ravens jump out on them early. I think this total goes under. I don't think the Giants will have the horses to really score a lot of points. And I think once we get into the third and fourth quarter, it's going to be pretty cold out there. We possibly could see rain and sleet and snow come in toward the tail end of the back of this game. So I think this total goes under. They'll lean on running the ball late in the game. The Chiefs and the Browns, I think I'm with Jameis on this one. I think I'm gonna take the Browns and take the points. The Chiefs, like each and every week, they just find a way to keep teams in the game and never really shut the door. So I think they're gonna keep the back door open. I think the Browns get in with a heavy running attack. I'm gonna take the Browns plus the points.
There from Solo, tell you what I think here about these games. Let me get back here on my screen here. I'm going to look here at Cincinnati. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Cooper Rush versus Burrow versus Levass. I'm just going to take Burrow and his healthy playmakers. It's just the way it is. I'm going to take them here playing the 5. Chiefs and the Browns. The total's crashing down, but nobody can, even in bad weather with famous Jameis in there. I think there's a path to getting over. It could be rain, sleet, wind. There is always a path going over with Jameis. 7-1 to the over is KC, facing a team that allows 4.5 yards per rush or greater. So when Kansas City is able to create chunk yards on the ground, their offense works. That's usually what it is. And you look at Winston, his past 6 games, averaging 43 passing attempts per game, 7.3 yards per pass attempt. So he can throw the ball downfield. He does put points on the board for the other team. So that's something to keep an eye on there. Ravens and Giants. I'm going to go under here, under 42.5. Tell me, how is Tommy Vito going to get points on the board here for this Giants team? I just think what's going to happen is Bo alluded to a first half lead here for the Ravens, and then it's just kind of run the ball and run clock. Don't get hurt because you got Pittsburgh next week. I mean, I think that's what it is. Try to run as few as plays as possible in this game. That's the goal for the Ravens. Win the game with as few plays as possible and get out of New York. So I'll look at them in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we continue here with this NFL card. Next up, we got Cowboys and Panthers. Is that right? Panthers favorite 3? Some 2.5 popping up, total 43. That is right. I was just like scratching my head there. Steelers and Eagles. We've got Eagles 5.5, total 43. One of the big ones today will be this Bills and Lions game. We've got the Lions 2.5, total 54.5. We go to Rod.
Yeah, and you're looking at yes, they are. I think it's the first time in like 2 years, over 2 years, that Carolina's actually been a favorite in a game. Yeah, they're actually playing the better football. So I would lead to Carolina in that matchup. Definitely not going to be a rush into the winner to bet that one, but I'll definitely tune in to watch. I think Carolina can score some points. Dallas can score some points as well. I like the over 43. I think we see plenty enough points to get us over that total there in that matchup. And then the other one, we're looking at this Pittsburgh's and taking on the Eagles. You look at Pittsburgh's success coming into Philadelphia or lack thereof. What have they lost? 6 straight coming into Philadelphia? Philadelphia's not treated Pittsburgh very well at all. But 43 is the number. You know what? I'm going to take the over 43. I think both offenses can put up some points today in what you figure is going to be a defensive battle. I like the over. I think both offenses shine in this one as they have been. Pittsburgh, they've slowly started scoring more points. So I like the over 43 there, Pittsburgh and the Eagles.
There from Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep on riding with Detroit, man. They done played the last 4 out of 5 games at home. I think the Bills in a tough spot coming out that loss against the Rams. This Bills team can get ran on. They got 2 of the top running backs facing this game with Gibbs and Montgomery. I think it's gonna be a tough, man. It's this Lion team. They got a good coach. Dan Campbell got these boys believing, and this is gonna be like probably how you've been saying all week, like a Super Bowl preview. I think the Lions is too tough at the house, man, on that fast track. I'm going to let them just take them on the money line. I think that win the game straight up. And as far as the other games, guys, I'm looking at the Philadelphia Eagles. I think Pittsburgh is in for a bad spot. We just talked about the Baltimore game. This is a non-conference game on the road. They don't need to win, but next week they need to win against Baltimore. I think they're in a tough spot here. And they say Russ been cooking. And look at the teams he done played, guys. He done played the Giants, Commanders. He played the Ravens. We know the Ravens off defense been pretty bad as far as secondary goes. Browns twice. And also, guys, look at the 14 that Pittsburgh just played. They played 4 division teams in a row. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's tough as well. And it's going to be one of the best defense they done faced in a long time. This Philadelphia team has been rolling. That's the reason why they're on this win streak. That defense has been just pretty tough. And I think it's a better game for Philadelphia. They're like 1 game behind Detroit when it comes to the NFC, guys. I think Philadelphia get the win. So fly, Eagles, fly. Give me that -5.
Fly there from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Cowboys and the Panthers game, really not impressed with Cooper Rush. I've actually kind of been a little excited about what I've seen from Bryce Young over the last couple of weeks. Looked like he's getting out the pocket, spreading the ball around. The receiver had a big drop last week. I think they bounced back. I'm going to take the Panthers on the money line on this one. The Bills and the Lions, I'm with Bo. I'm with the Lions. They roaring at home. I think these teams go at it. I think we can see some points. This probably could come down to whoever has the ball less, but I'm going to take my chance with the Lions later 1. The Steelers-Eagles game, y'all know where I'm at. Mike Tomlin in the plus money. Sign me up with the Steelers. Let Russ cook. They're going to find a way to score some points. The Eagles got some internal issues. They pointing the finger. It's a lot going on. I think this is the week that, they fall in their place. I'm going to take the Steelers. Again, I'm on the money line. If you can't stomach it, take the 5.
There from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. I'm going to take the Cowboys here +3. They've won 2 of 3 with Rush under center. Pretty good rushing performance last week. But we've seen this before when these teams finally become favorites. What usually happens? They slip on a banana peel. That's usually what happens. I've seen it way too many times. So I'll take Cowboys here plus the points in this one. We're going to get into the late afternoon games. Yeah, with Solo here. I'm going to take Pittsburgh here plus the points. Steelers have won and covered 5 of 7 on the road. Eagles have failed to cover 4 of 5 at home. The Steelers' offense, as we know, has really picked up. I know this Eagles defense has been pretty good, but the issue here with this Eagles team is throwing the football. You know what? They're averaging just 121 yards passing per game over their past 5.8 yards per pass attempt. This Steeler team, I was really impressed with the Steeler defense last week against Cleveland. Cleveland has a lot of talented receivers out there, and they were able to contain that Browns defense. It's a completely different Browns team now with Jameson there because he feeds those receivers. But I thought the Steelers did a very good job last week in defending that those receiving core here from the Browns. So I'll look at the plus there. Bills and Lions, give me over. Just give me the over in this game. I know it's a score pick, but sometimes score picks come home. The Lions' offense has just been outstanding at home. When you look at Detroit against these soft defenses that give up 5.65 yards per play or higher, they're 7-3 to the over. This offense has just been very precise at home with Goff and company, and we know Detroit does have some issues defensively with injuries, guys on the IR and so forth. So I'll look at the over in that game. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Speaks Morning Show. Competing proud. Well, look, the receiving core. Those receiving cores. You look at those guys they have out wide. They're pretty good. So let's continue on. We're here with the Tony Speaks Morning Show. Up next, we've got. Did you see that Broncos game against them? All right, let's do 2 in these blocks, and we got 4 left. Colts and Broncos. We got the Broncos 4.5, total 43.5. Bucks and Chargers. Chargers 2.5 and 3, total 45.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and you're looking at the Bucks taking on the Chargers here. You know what? It's looking at this Bucks team. That line was a lot higher than what it was earlier in the week. It's down to 3, right? So it's a coin flip at best. And you know what? I'm going to coin flip the Chargers in that one. I just don't trust Tampa Bay on the road. Tampa Bay has been solid, but on the road, not where I want to be putting my money. I think this Chargers team, sure, they've had some injuries and they're beat up a little bit, but you're going to find a way to win here, this one at home against Tampa Bay. I don't trust them on the road. Maybe getting a little more, I'd lean Tampa Bay, but give me the Chargers to find a way to get the job done. I like the over there as well. I think we see some points. And then Indy taking on Denver. Is that the we're talking about?
Yeah, those two.
And one of the comments that somebody said Big Al's dog was barking on the Colts there in that one. So it is what it is. Tough one of those spots. I just don't trust the Colts. Let's put it that way. The dog's barking. Dog's record's been good. I don't trust the Colts. I don't trust the Colts at all. How many times have I trusted the Colts? A couple times, and they've just not got the job done. And 4 points, that's not enough. I'll take Denver in Mile High to get the job done. 4 points, I think they win by 7+. They are the better team there in that one. I just don't think the Colts have a chance there today. Give me the Broncos over the Colts. I'm going to go against Big Al's dog. Not something I like to normally do, but I will today.
Broncos over 5 came down to 4 there, so we've seen it down that way on the boat.
Yeah, man, I'm looking at that 43 in the Broncos game, man. It's I think since week 6, who would think that the Broncos would be the fastest paced team, man? That's why a lot of their games been going over. Sean really have trust in Bo Nix. He let them go, man. They run plays. They run a lot of them pretty fast. And the coach is ranked number 4 when it comes to pace. So I think we're going to see some points in this game, guys. And we've done seen the Broncos put up 29 points average over their last 4 or 5 games. Both teams coming off a bye, so it's going to be healthy on both sides, man. Anthony Richards and that O-line is getting healthy. They got some good wide receivers and the running back that can catch it. I think we'll see some points, guys. So give me the over 43. And as far as the Tampa Bay game, though, I like them 2.5 points with the Bucks. And let's look at some of the teams they done played. They beat Philadelphia. They beat Detroit. They beat Washington by 17. Some of the teams I done seen the Chargers play in the last couple of games was the Bengals and the Ravens. They gave up 30 and 27 to the old team. I think Buccaneers offense kind of up there with them. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to take them 2.5 points with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Colts Broncos game. A big fan of Sean Payton. Obviously, when he's with the Saints, followed him pretty strong. He's putting his strength on his Broncos team. This offense is starting to click. Bo Nix, he's an older quarterback, obviously still a rookie, but he's figuring things out. I think the Broncos are going to smoke the Colts. The Colts just don't have enough quarterback play. They're going to lean on the run game, but I just don't think they can score the points to stay with the Broncos. The Bucks and the Chargers. I got to respectfully disagree with Rod on this one. I think I'm going to take the Bucks on the money line. The Bucks have actually scored 27 and 31 points on the road lately. This Chargers team, Really's not as strong as on offense. I think they'll slow this game down, but I don't think they have the horses to stay with the Bucks. I'm going to take the Bucks on
There
the money line.
from Solo, tell you what I think about these games here. Yeah, I'm going to look at Denver in this spot. Denver against these defenses, they get 5.65 yards per player greater, 3-0 the spread at home this year. So against these soft defenses, they've been able to exploit them, and this is a spot they're in right now. This Colts offensive form is poor. Richardson, his conditioning is in question, right? He came out of a game kind of embarrassingly, and if you think your condition was poor then, now you're going to be in the mile high. So that to me is a concern here, playing in the mile high, and if you're not in good condition, you don't have your conditioning right, you're going to pay for it here in Denver. So I'm going to look here at Denver in that spot. And in this Chargers game, Buccaneers are down 2 starters on defense in this game, 3 starters on defense. This, to me, is the difference in the game. In this one, they're missing both safeties and a linebacker out. LA pretty much pretty healthy on the offensive side, defensive side. The child rating on the Bucs defense today is 76.1. To me, that's the difference in the game. I'll take the Chargers in this one. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we continue here with the NFL. We'll close it out here with Patriots and Cardinals. Cardinals 6, total 46 points. Sunday night, Packers and Seahawks. The Packers 2.5, still holding 2.5. There's some juice on that 2.5. Total 46.5. We start here with Rod.
Yeah, looking at New England coming into Arizona. Arizona laying 6. It's still sticking at 6, eh? Give me New England plus the 6 there. They had a solid defense. Arizona's defense, it can be up and down at times. We've seen some of them backups for the Arizona Cardinals come in and play half decent, but this Cardinals team hasn't looked so good over their last few, that's for sure. Definitely stumbling, bumbling down the stretch, looking like I'm not going to get over my win total with them. So give me New England. I think they should get the win here, but I don't think they win it by 6. New England comes in playing loosey-goosey. Everybody that's in New England going, we don't want you to win it, but keep it close because we want you to tank a little bit and get that draft spot. So I don't think New England goes all in tank. I think they're playing some pretty good football. So I'll take New England plus the 6 there in that one. And then looking at the Sunday nighter, man, this game's always come down to the wire, but I like the under in that one between Green Bay and Seattle on a Sunday night. I think the both defenses step up. We got a lower scoring one that slides underneath that total of 47. I think that total is just a touch too high for a Seattle game at home. We know what Seattle's defense has been doing, and it's been shutting teams down. So give me the under 47 there in the Sunday nighter.
From Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, I'm looking at that Green Bay game. I like Green Bay minus that 2.5. A couple reasons why. Seattle has been winning, but 2 of their wins came in Arizona. We saw Murray give up 2 interceptions in the first half of that first quarter of that game. Seattle went up, never looked back because they were able to run for 150 yards plus. But over the last 3 games, Green Bay has held opponents to 44 yards rushing, 39, 111. So I don't think this Seahawks running game will get going against his defense. Plus, over the last 9 games, the Green Bay Packers are 7-2. Those 2 losses was against Detroit. So I think they're a better team. I know love don't get no love, but I like this team tonight, guys, to get it done. So I'm going to like the Green Bay Packers minus 2.5. As far as Arizona go, it's a must-win game for them. I just think 6 is too many points. But if I had to lay it, guys, I lay it with the Cardinals. We know Drake May is getting a little work in, but I just don't trust their offense to be able to score. And with a must-win game, man, for the Cardinals, I'll lay it to 6 with them.
Yeah, from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Patriots-Cardinals game, this is a tricky game. I'm definitely not betting this game. I'm going to give you a strong lean. I do think the Cardinals win the game. I would not lay those points, so I would probably lean toward the Patriots with the points. I am betting this one. This Packers-Seahawks game, I'm betting the Packers minus 2.5. I love the way Jordan Love is playing. Green Bay can run the ball, and like Bo said of late, they're stopping the run. I think they're going to make Seahawks one-dimensional, kind of put this game all on, what's my man named, Geno Smith. And I don't think he can find a way to beat the Packers in this one. So I'm going to roll with the Packers.
There from Solo, I'll tell you what I think about these games. I'm going to look here at the Patriots here plus the points. Arizona against these good rushing teams that average 4.5 yards per rush or greater, 1-3 to the spread here. New England, again, accurate passing here. from their quarterback. And I don't see New England as a team that's going to tank when you have your quarterback, Drake May's a quarterback, and you try to create a winning culture. And I think that's what New England's going to do. But what's going on with Arizona, what's happened to this offense over their past 3 games, 15 points a game, 6.1 yards per pass attempt. They figured out this passing attack here for Arizona. And their defense has been getting crushed here over their past 3 games, 73% completion rate, 7.2 yards per pass attempt. I look for New England to cover that game. The Sunday nighter, they're like that line is saying, oh, I can get the Packers less than a field goal, 2.5. That looks great, don't it? Oh, looks good. Oh, I'm going to take Seattle plus the points in this one. It's the Seattle defense for me. The defense is playing really well here. Green Bay 2-7 of the spread as a road favorite. After back-to-back road games, Seahawks 3-0 to the spread at home. 4 straight wins and covers for the Seahawks. Kind of a team that's been under the radar, really not getting a whole lot of respect from many people here. Because of the start, but Seattle's defense over the past 3 games got 15 points a game, 86 yards rushing, 5.7 yards per pass attempt, and Gino's been accurate with the pass. And I'll look for the Seahawks in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. We got you through this NFL card. Let's turn our attention over to the 7-game card here from the NBA, and we'll start here with the Pelicans Pacers. We got the Pacers 6.5, 7 total, 231.5. Celtics and Wizards. This is your big spread here. Celtics on the road 17. They're 17.5s popping up 233.5. Knicks and Magic, the 2 teams that missed out of the cup. We've got they've matched up games like this today. We got the Knicks on the road 4.5 total, 214. We start here with Rod.
Yeah, and for me in this time block, I like the Pacers. Lay at the 6.5. Playing the better ball. I don't trust New Orleans until we see something otherwise. Give me the Pacers, where they have played their best ball all season long is at home. They have had the odd game here and there on the road where they have popped up and busted up some parlays. But at home is where they play their better hoops. Give me the Pacers there to kick off the day in that matchup. And then New York taking on Orlando. I'm going to take Orlando plus the 4.5 there. I just don't trust the Knicks on the road. I know at times we've seen the Knicks have some good games on the road, but then we've seen them lay some eggs on the road. So give me the Magic there at home on Sunday.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, I watched that New York games. I listened to it when they played the Hawks, man. They just totally broke down and let Trae Young go off in the second half. I think this coach going to dig into them, man, after that game. And I like for them to bounce back against Orlando. They're still dealing with injuries. So I think they'll be able to cover this small little spread on the road. And I like the Pacers in New Orleans go over the total. This team is just dealing with injury, but they have been playing better offense. And we know the Pacers can fill it up. So I like the over 228 between the Pacers and the Pelicans in this little slate right here.
Yeah, from Bo, just give you updates on some injuries here. It's still laundry list for the Pelicans here. Alvarado, Hawkins, Ingram, Zion out, Nesmith, Shepard still out for the Pacers. Knicks, just Robinson out. On the Magic side, we know Banchero, Wagner out. Harris is questionable. Isaac probable there. Celtics and Wizards. Horford out for Boston, but for the Wizards here, Bay, Brogdon, George, Kispert, Kuzma continuing to be out. How can you trade these guys when they don't play? In Washington, usually you have to unload these players. You got to get them on the court. Let's go on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Pelicans-Pacers game, I agree with Bo. I think these teams push the pace. I think we get over that total of 231. The Celtics and the Wizards, that's a big spread. I'm probably going to pass on that game. The Knicks and the Magic, I do like this game. The Knicks can't play defense, especially at the basket. Karl Anthony Towns is not a low post defender, and he's not a help side defender, and they don't really stop anybody at the rim. The Knicks give up a ton of layups and backdoor cuts. I'm going to take the Magic plus the 4.5. I just don't like this Knicks defense.
They're from Solo here. I'll tell you what I think about these games here. Tonight, I'm going to also be on Indiana here, laying it here against New Orleans. New Orleans defense on the road has just been atrocious. 119 points allowed per 100 possessions at minus 17.5 net rating. We're starting to see the Pacers start rounding into better form. They've shot the ball better over their past 5, 50% shooting, 38% from 3. This is the Pacers we know and love. So it looks like they're turning the corner here. But you look at this Pelicans team, they failed to cover 10 of 13 on the road this season. Brutal there. I'm going to take the Magic. Somehow, some way, they find ways to cover games even without Banchero and Wagner in the lineup, and they're at home here against a Knicks team that really doesn't play much defense away from home. On the road, the Knicks are giving up 120 points per 100 possessions. That is just absolutely atrocious on the road here. They're allowing 40% from three away from home. Orlando, one thing they do here with the injuries is they defend. They defend very well. And that's what they're going to do. And against a bad defensive team, they can get away and cover this game. Again, Magic have covered 9 of 10 at home. I'll take them here. I know this total's high, but, man, the Wizards play fast at home. And when you play fast and can't defend at home, the other teams are going to score on you. I like that over. I know the overs. I know it's gone up. Where are we at? The 233 range from a 230? Again, I just see Boston be able to really have their way offensively, and the Wizards getting some points in this game over their past 5 games.
That Wizard defense, man, is terrible.
Oh, man.
That's right.
Giving up 49% shooting. And the Wizards at home against teams that average 116 points per game or greater, they've gone over in 5 of 7. So I'll look over in this one. All right, let's continue here on the 26th morning show. We'll do 2 at a time here for these final 4 games. So we'll cover here T-Wolves and Spurs. We got the T-Wolves on the road, 4.5, total 214.5. Trailblazers and Suns, the Suns 11, total 230.5. At last check, I saw that Beal was questionable here in this game. So let me double check that. Yeah, Beal questionable there. DeAndre Ayton out here for Portland there. And in this Spurs game, we just got Ingles out, a bench guy. And on the Spurs, Keldon Johnson out. Zach Collins is doubtful. Trey Jones and Castle probable. There you go with the injuries in this block. Over to Rod.
Yeah, and I like Minnesota in that in this block over San Antonio. I know the Spurs can play some defense, but I think the Trailblazers here, we've seen them starting to pick up their play. I like them here. Come into San Antonio, get themselves a win. I'll lay the 4.5 there in that one. And then, you know what, give me Portland plus the 11. I know the Suns playing some pretty good hoops, but I just don't trust them to be covering an 11-point spread. I think that's just too many. Portland, I can get that backdoor cover. 13-11 against the number is Portland. Give me the 11 there. Just too many.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, with this line, with that Mavericks game, it's kind of let me know that Curry not going to suit up. Dallas been playing good basketball, man. They're 8-2 over the last 10 games, straight up wins, covering the spread in 7 of those games. They like the way the Mavericks been hooping, man, so I'm going to take them against the spread. And in that Portland game, guys, like we talked about it when they played Utah last, Phoenix. I think they barely won by 8. It was a push, but I just don't trust them, guys. They're only 9-15 ATS this season. They're 4-7 against the spread when they're laying these type of points. So I think it's too many points for Portland. They play scrappy, so I'm gonna take the points with Portland.
Yeah, from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Timberwolves in the Spurs game. I think the Spurs should have a little bit of help back, but I still think they're battling some injuries. I think Wemby's back. I think Chris Paul got thrown out the last game. He should be back in this one. But the Timberwolves are playing good ball. They're figuring things out on defense. I'm going to lay it and forget it with Minnesota. The Blazers and the Suns, I'm going to take the over. I think the Suns, even without Bill, I think they get up and down and score some points to help push this total over.
Yeah, from Solo, tell you what I think about these games. I'm going to go ahead and take the Spurs here plus the points. T-Wolves here over the past 5 and 46% shooting. They really slowed down the pace. If you saw that Lakers game, I told you that I like that under there. You saw the pace really slow there. But you look at the strength of schedule. The Minnesota has been in some favorable scheduling spots here of late. I think that's really been improving their numbers here. They caught teams on back-to-backs, 3 games in 4 nights. Then they get the Lakers again on the road without LeBron. So it's been some very favorable spots here for this Minnesota Timberwolves. So I have some questions about their numbers still. And on the road, they just have a +1 net rating. And the Spurs do defend well at home. And I'll look for the Spurs plus the points there. I'm going to lay it with Phoenix. I mean, when I see Durant in there with Durant and company, they just shoot the ball and they make shots over their past 5, 49% shooting, 41% from 3. The only guy who really tries on defense, DeAndre Ayton, he's out in this game. So there's really no rim protection, no 3-point protection, no protection whatsoever from Portland from the hole here. I think you're going to see Phoenix really put up some points in this one. Booker and company there all over Portland tonight. All right, let's continue here on the drive. We'll continue here with a lot of games in red to close the bets off to go over these injuries. Mavericks and Warriors. Mavericks 3 on the road, total 229. Grizzlies and Lakers. Yes, right. The Grizzlies favored 4 on the road, total 235. Let's see about these injuries here in these games. All right, we've got Exum, Hardy, Kleber, Marshall, Williams out here for Dallas, but their core is healthy. Their core is healthy there. On the Golden State side, Mooney is out. Schroeder, there was some questions that maybe he may even play, but no, that moved to out now. So Schroeder somehow, some way was probable overnight, out now after that trade from the Nets. He escaped from Brooklyn. Ends up in a Golden State. That's an early Christmas present there. Curry and Wiggins are the reason why we have a circle around these games. Curry is questionable. Wiggins is questionable there. Memphis and LA, G.G. V. Williams are out. Smart, Huff, and Edey questionable. So we see some upgrades there. On the Lakers side, the usual guys, Hayes, Huchafino, Vanderbilt, Wood, those guys have been out all year. But LeBron is the question mark. I think it's at foot, right? LeBron questionable. Davis is going to be probable every game. So there you go. You're updated on the injuries. Let's go over to Rod.
Yeah, and I'm looking. I'm going to stay far away from the Dallas Mavericks and the Golden State game. Nothing I want to get involved in. Too many guys that were on that on both sides in that matchup. So I don't want to put my money there. But I will lay it with Memphis. The Lakers are ass until further notice. Lakers equal ass. So Memphis, hey, they've as a favorite in this favorite role, been absolute money. They've won 8 straight games as a favorite. So the Memphis Hustle, just keep hustling. 18-8 on the year, just continue to make us money. I'll lay the points with the Memphis Hustle there coming into LA to get themselves a nice win here tonight.
There we go. Chris Atkins would really love the sound of that one. On over to Bo.
Yeah, man, I'm going to pick it back with Rod, man. I like Memphis. They playing good defense. The offense is clicking. I really like when they have John Morant on the court, man. This guy is awesome. I love him when he played with Murray State. So I've always been a fan of John Morant. Just don't trust the Lakers, man. These guys are getting older. I always send people out. They don't play good defense. So give me Memphis Grizzlies, man. Lakers spread. That's what I like in this slate.
There from Bo. On over to Solo.
Yeah, this spread's a little tricky. I assume LeBron is playing, and with the little short little history of him and Ja going back and forth, little in-game, little playouts they've been going. I think the Lakers are going to get crushed. I'm going to lay it with Memphis. I don't think the Lakers have a chance to stay close in this game. They don't have the horses. I'm not even going to put it on the coaches. I just don't think they have the players. They just don't have the depth to stay with a team like this. I think the Grizzlies roll. This Mavs-Warriors game, there's a ton of injuries. I think I'm going to take the Warriors on the money line and hold my nose.
There we go from Solo. I'll tell you what I think about these games. I like the under in this Warriors and Mavericks game. We've seen the defense really come through here with the Mavericks here. I should say with the Warriors over the past 5 games defending. Also, Warriors gone under in 3 of 4 as a home dog as well. So I think when they face these really good offenses, Golden State really puts together a good defensive game plan. And I like the under there. I'm here with the Grizzlies here, laying the points here against this Laker team. Memphis on the road, 4th in offensive efficiency, averaging 117 points per 100 possessions. LA has now dipped down to 21st. Well, they've always been bad at home defensive efficiency. Now 115 points per 100 possessions, only a +2 net rating at home. That's what's dipped, right? They used to be able to just outscore teams. They're not doing that anymore at home. Look at Memphis over their past 5 games, shooting 50%, 40% from 3. Good luck for the Laker guards trying to cover this wing. These Memphis Grizzlies right now, playing at their best level right now. So I'll look for them in this spot at Memphis. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show. Move over to college hoops. What a difference a day makes in the quality of the card. But they can still bet them out there, guys. But in this time of the year, college hoops, we just asked the cappers, just give us what you got, college hoops. We'll get into the time slots as we get into January. We'll start with Rod. College hoops, give us what you got. You're on mute, Rod.
I was like, definitely a big drastic change of scenery for on what the card looks like from yesterday compared to today. But I think there's a couple here that I'm going to attack. I'm looking at Navy right off the bat. Hey, we see what Navy did yesterday. Looked real good doing it. So give me Navy plus 13.5 going into Virginia Tech. You look at Virginia Tech, only 3-7 against that number. That Navy team's no slouch. So give me Navy plus the 13.5 there in that one. Get disrespected is that Navy team. Another spot I'm looking at is where is it? Give me the Blue Hose. Blue Hose on a Sunday. Woo! They're gonna get up early. Gonna take on the Hurricanes, and I think the Blue Hose can get the cover there. They don't need to get the win. We just need them to stay within 18. And I guess what? These Blue Hose can definitely do that. Give me Presbyterian plus the 18 over Miami there. When you look at the Hurricanes this season, 3-7 against that number. Now you got to expect them to lay 18. Now give me Presbyterian plus the 18 there in that one. And then another one I like. Hey, look, you got Iowa. Sure, Iowa's been a good, solid team, but there's my New Orleans team, the Privateers. Definitely getting covers 5-3, getting spreads. Why? Because they got these big, giant spreads. Take the 31.5 that you get with the New Orleans Privateers. Iowa wins the game. They probably win by 20-something, not by 30-something. Think New Orleans in that one.
Yeah, from Ron on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, I'm focused on this one game. We got San Francisco Duns playing Leon Chicago. Right now, the Duns -3. I want to turn at 139.5. Both these teams are top 30 when it comes to defense. In the 12 games combined, they're 9-3 going toward that under. You know, Chicago have won the last 3 meetings against the Duns, but it is 1-2 ATS. I think both these teams have a little familiarity. I like the game to stay under this 139.5 with the defense on here.
Yeah, from Bo on over to Solo.
Tricky card today. I'm gonna take Hofstra. I'm gonna lay the -4 versus Temple. I think Hofstra jumps out on them and cruises to victory. Temple's pretty bad.
Yeah, from Solo, I'm gonna go look at that game with San Francisco and Loyola. I'm gonna take Loyola plus the points. This game played in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Neutral site game. We know it's not a long drive here to go from Chicago to Milwaukee. If you ever follow baseball, you see Cub fans drive to Milwaukee all the time. So it's a pretty close, quick drive. So I think the site does favor this Loyola Chicago, this Ramblers team. That has won 8 straight out of the blocks today. Very experienced team as well. They're also a really good rebounding team, very good defensive team, 31st in effective field goal defense for this Loyola Chicago team. We've seen San Francisco kind of play some soft opponents here of late. Mercyhurst, Cal State Stanislaus, Fordham, Chicago State, the Beaches up there, Cal Poly in there as well. They're not a very good. They are not a very good free throw shooting team, San Francisco, and they turn the ball over at a high rate. So I'll look at Loyola Chicago there plus the points. All right, we got you through here. This college hoops card. Let's see what Solo has for sale over at Tony Six before we get to the NHL. Of course, Solo head into a big Sunday here with action here from the NFL, 13-game card, NBA, college hoops as well. Solo enjoying a really good performance here in NFL over the past 30 days. What do you got for sale?
I think I got a 5-pack today. 4 NFL, 1 NBA. Took my time. Been kind of getting my ass kicked in NBA last week, so we'll get it back this week. Got hot in college basketball last week, so we're ready to fire. So sign up with me for the short-term, long-term. Pair me up one of the good cappers. We seeing the board pretty good. Bowl games coming up. Stack card. Let's get to the bank.
Get the bank. Get on board with Solo
today, man. Let's make some money today.
Let's make some money with the Solo Red Tony Six. Remember that 3-day pass gets you covered here for Sunday and Monday, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So a lot of NFL action today and the doubleheader tomorrow. All the hoops action there from Solo. And remember that promo code at Tony T at checkout will knock 15% off that purchase. And click in the description and get on over to Tony Six and get on signed up here with Solo. All right, Solo, as always, great having your show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you later.
All right, good luck to everybody. We see y'all tomorrow.
Cool. All right, so here on the Tony Six Morning Show, let's go to the ice. We got 5 games on the card today. Let's start here with the action here. We'll go 307 to 507 here. Islanders, Blackhawks. We got Islanders $1.69, total 5.5. Blue Jackets, Hurricanes. Hurricanes 335, total 6.5. Sabres and Maple Leafs. We've got the Sabres here, dogs. Toronto $1.93, total 6. Over to Rod.
Yeah, and you look at that Buffalo taking on the Leafs. Hey, the Leafs lost yesterday, so they could probably lose this one as well. Looks like Hildeby is going to get the start for the Leafs in the back-to-back spot here. Looks like Reimer is going to get the start for Buffalo. They're on the back-to-back as well. Both teams off of 4-2 losses. Buffalo lost to Washington, and the Leafs lost. They lost to Detroit 4-2 in that matchup. So head-to-head, these teams are usually close, tight battles. So I'm going to take Buffalo at the nice plus price. I just don't trust Hildeby as the starting goalie for the Leafs there in that one. It's do you want to lay 200 with Hildeby? I don't. So give me Buffalo there in that one. And then the Islanders and the Blackhawks, man, you're looking at that game, and it's a tough one. Because you look at the Islanders, well, they're 0-5 this season as the road favorite. The Blackhawks this season, they're 1-7 versus teams with losing records. So it's like, two really bad teams. Who do you want? Give me the Blackhawks at the nice plus price. Can't not go against that. The Islanders, as I said, 0-5 this season as a road favorite. I don't want to lay that kind of price with the New York Islanders. Blackhawks at home in this one. Soderblom's going to get the start for the Blackhawks versus Sorokin. You got to give the edge to the Islanders goalie-wise, but I'm going to go with the Blackhawks here offensive-wise with Hall and Bedard. Give me the Blackhawks there in that one.
There from Rod on over to Bo.
All right, man. We're gonna fade each other on this one, Rod. I like the way the Islanders been looking, man. They done won the last 3 out of 4 games, those 3 wins. They done scored 4 goals or more. I know their road record is looking pretty bad, but this Blackhawks team, they're lost the last 7 out of 8. Last 5 out of 6 games, they only scored 2 goals or less in 5 of those games. So, like I said, you don't want to lay that juice. Just take the Islanders in regulation. I think they get the job done.
There from Bo. All right, let's continue here. And NHL will close out the card here from tonight's for Sunday. We'll start here with the Rangers and Blues here. Rangers, $1.33, total 6. What was that defensive effort by the Rangers? I've never seen the Kings get off like that against the Rangers at MSG. I've never seen them look like that. No defense, guys open all over in front of the ice, all these point-blank opportunities. That was crazy there. It was disgusting for Ranger fans. Going nice Wild. We got the Wild, $1.21, total 6. Over to Rod.
Yeah, looking at that one, I like the Blues there in that spot. Going there against it's quick in net for the Rangers in that one. And as I mentioned, he didn't look so quick last time out. He was looking a little bit slow, and he got rocked to the tune of an 8-1. I think it wasn't a pretty game, anyways. And St. Louis, hey, this Rangers team they're going to try to avenge a loss to the Blues. The Blues went into Madison Square, got themselves a nice 5-2 win like the Kings did yesterday. Beat up on the Rangers in Madison Square. That's a rare occurrence. This Rangers team has been struggling mightily. Only 3 wins in their last 10 games. Yikes. Don't know what's going on there with the Rangers team that was hot. They're not hot now. You look at the Blues. This is a back-to-back spot for both teams. Blues lost to Dallas in overtime. And have to fly back home here. Looks like Hofer is going to get the start versus Quick, and he's quietly having a good, solid spot. It's this revenge spot that I'm having a problem with. Rangers usually bounce up. Maybe they were looking ahead to beating up on the Blues. I don't know. Either way, they did not look good. Take the Blues there at the plus price, and then I like the Wild here versus Vegas. You look at Vegas. What has Vegas done this season? Sure, they've got some wins and stuff, but against the teams with losing records, they haven't got win. They got 1 win, 1-3 this season versus teams with losing records so far. And Minnesota at home, Minnesota 10-2 in 2 games and 5 night situation this season. Absolutely money. After the loss to the Oilers, I expect the Wild. Actually, the Wild got the bounce back out of win yesterday. So both these teams on the back-to-back. Vegas getting beat up by the Oilers. The Wild getting the win in 5-1, I believe, was that win yesterday for the Wild. And in the spot, Wild's a better team. Give me the Wild. I just don't trust Samsonov in goal for Vegas here. We've seen him get rocked many times this season. So take the Wild in that one.
There from Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, man. To the Rangers, figure out what's going on. Get a bloody goes, man. I think it's value with the Blues. So keep it short this week. Give me St. Louis in this one on the money line.
I can't argue that one, boy. That was a very strange look yesterday for this Rangers team. Giving up all these open looks and high quality shots on the Kings. I was like, what is this? I've never seen that. The King going in there and dominating like they did last year. I don't think the Kings are that good, to be honest with you. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show. Ready for our parlay segment, our peripheral segment. Cappers can give us a parlay here, or they can give us a player prop, team prop. They make the call here. We start with Rod.
And for me, we're going to go with give me 1 second. If Bo's got one, go to Bo.
Let's go to Bo.
Okay. Yeah, man. I'm tipping in the NBA in this one. I like the Mavericks minus some points, and I like my parallel with the Memphis Grizzlies and a 2-teamer. Probably get back to plus 250 on that one, guys. So give me Memphis and Dallas later points.
From Bo. Ready, Rod?
Ready.
All right.
We're going to go with a little mixed sport here. We're going to go with on the ice. We're going to take the Minnesota Wild on the money line. NBA, we're going to take the Memphis Hustle over the Lakers. And then we're going to take the Bengals over Tennessee. Little mixed sport 3-teamer for you today. Absolutely love that one. I just put the bet in on it. So join me. Let's get it.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you what I like here. I'm going to take the Saints plus the points. I'll go over in Jets and Jaguars, go under in Ravens and Giants there with my 3-team parlay. All right, we got you all set up on the parlay. Let's see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. A big action here on Sunday here, 13-game card, NHL, ice action on the ice as well. College hoops, you can see Rod having a great 2024 over at Tony's Picks. All documented results here. You go to Rod's handicapper page, you'll be able to verify all the picks are displayed there that he's loaded in the site. What do you have for sale?
And for me over at Tony's Picks today, I've got my top play in the NFL, my NFL 10-star play of the day. Definitely want to scoop that up. It's available singly. Or I've got my NFL Sunday ticket, which gives you a couple in the early slate, couple in the afternoon slate, and the night games. So definitely jump aboard that NFL Sunday ticket. Gets you games right throughout the day. And then I'm going to have one college basketball, one play in the NHL. I just got to put them into packages for you. I was trying to do this. We were talking in between cappers, but I wasn't able to get it done. I just have to put them up for you. So definitely head on over. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional. If I find something late Steve wise, you'll definitely get that email to you when you're on a long-term package. So that's the best way to go here at Tony's Picks, is to get aboard something long-term. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional. Hit the link in the description of this video. And when you get on over there, don't forget Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off all your purchases over at TonySpicks.com. Jump aboard. Big Sunday loading.
There you go. Get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. By the way, if you're handicapping Marshall and Army, Marshall has bowed out of the bowl game. La Tech will be playing Army in their bowl game. So that's just been a change there. Let's see what. Well, they have no players.
The first swap out we've seen, right? The first swap. I wonder if we're going to see another one.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised there. There we go. Let's see what Bo has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Bo has been knocking it on the ice here. You see the results: 803 units of profit from Bo right now at Tony's Picks. Bo, what do you got for sale?
Yeah, I got one best bet in hockey. I have a 5-pack in NFL. Everything that Rod said, guys. You know, the late steam. 2-for-1 capper promotional. Say that 15%. Tony T. Go over there and check us out, guys. We'll definitely help you put some money in your pocket. Let's catch your ticket to the game, man. Let's get it.
Let's get it, guys. Get on board. Go over at Tony's Picks. You can use that promo code Tony T. Check out. Save that 15% off. You guys like that 3-day pass here on the weekend, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday action. So in those 3 games, there's football, right? We've got the NFL today, NFL on Monday, college bowl game on Tuesday. So that'll get you covered with all, and also all of both hockey, college hoops, and NBA on that long-term pass. 3-day pass includes late steam. So get on board, and that promo code Tony T at checkout will save you that 15% off. All right. Right now over at Tony's Picks, I've got best bet on my best bet hit again. I've been really hot in the last several weeks here on that best bet. Navy coming through here for me on the best bet. Also got a best bet in the NFL today, as well as a 3-pack of plays, 3 or 4 premiums on the board right now. I am number 1 unit a leader over at Tony's Picks in the NFL for this season. So get on board with me on that 3-pack or the best bet, or get that 3-day pass. That'll get you covered for today, tomorrow's doubleheader, and of course the bowl game on Saturdays. I'm doing great work as well on college football this year. So no better time to get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. That promo code Tony T at checkout will save you that 15% off. Or as you know, over at Tony's Picks, we're with you here every day with the morning show, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We also have an on-demand channel on with a lot of great videos. Rob, what do you got over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel and your plans for upcoming week?
And over at the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, I've got you covered on every hockey game. And going forward this week, definitely going to have you covered on all the hockey. And definitely going forward, I'm going to throw in some college hoops action this week as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that over at the Tony's Picks YouTube channel.
That's right. And Bo, what do you got over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel and your plans for the week?
Yeah, right now I got 4 NFL games locked and loaded on there, guys, with more deep analysis. So if you want to go check those out, they'll definitely put you on the right side. I'm going to start doing some, putting in some props in there, some player prop videos, doing to add some little more flavor in there. I know a lot of people bet a lot of different stuff, so we're going to start putting a little more different picks in on the free play side, guys. So the channel is growing, guys. We definitely take this serious, even when it comes to the free picks. We're trying to put you on the winning side. So if y'all go over there and smash that like and subscribe, always, we greatly appreciate it.
That's right, guys. Like and subscribe. Set those notifications here so you're notified when we're live, and of course, get all that great content over on the Tony Six Morning Show. All right, a bunch of content up there, NBA, NFL for me up there on the board. So check it out over on the site. A lot of great written content as well. TonySpix.com. Click the link in the description. Get on over there to TonySpix.com. Even more free pick videos on the YouTube channel, and our videos also embedded onto some of the articles. So check it out there on the site. All right, there. I'd like to thank everybody here for joining us here in the chat. We'll be back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll have action here from NBA, college hoops, as well as the doubleheader from the NFL. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow live 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Remember, our show archives on the YouTube. So if you ever missed the show or you want to watch it again, get some help on some of the later games, just go to our live section on the Tony Fix YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see it on an archive here on our channel. That's going to do it for our show. Guys, everything to say before we go?
Let's have a win this Sunday, guys.
Appreciate everybody that tunes into these videos. And yeah, and like Bo said, have yourself a wonderful Sunday. Crush it. Let's get a big Sunday rolling here.
Make a crushing Sunday. That's going to do it here for the show, guys. So wake up. Bye, guys. You make it a winning Sunday. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.